Well, hello again, and I'm back. Maybe I get some of my in-stream chatters back, and maybe I don't, but here we go. I am going to go straight on into, you guessed it, a little bit of Outer Wilds. Yep, so let's just switch right over to the cam. Here we go, Outer Wilds. So, audio seems to be working. That's fine. I'm going to put my proper headphones back on, watch the stream. Everything looks tickety-boo. So, here's the thing about this game. Let me switch over to it here. Here's the thing about this game. One of my most beloved games of all time. And clearly something that was a labor of love for the developers. Got lots of awards. If you like storytelling and you like anything slightly space-themed, or if you just like exploration, that sort of thing, it's a fantastic game, but don't look anything up about it. Don't look at trailers unless they're marked as explicitly no spoilers, and even then be wary. So much of the game is about experience and knowledge. You can finish the game in a half an hour if you know everything about where everything is in the game. Nothing's stopping you. So everything is about the knowledge and being spoiler-free going in if you can make it that way for yourself. I highly recommend the game. You don't have to take my word for it. Who am I? You don't know me. But go and take a look at this game if you like being immersed in a very lovable space world. Yeah, it's fantastic. I can't really warn you off of spoilers any more than that, otherwise I'll ramble forever. Fantastic game, love it. It's the price you pay by following this particular stream. So I'm going to hit resume expedition here. Now, I'm not playing through the base game or anything like that, and I will be reinvigorating my getting into this in VR series later, but right now I'm just exploring some mods. Yesterday, I did an episode in this series where I explored a version of our solar system done in this game as a mod, which was kind of cool. It also had a number of other nearby star systems that the author had invented for you to go and take a look at, and that's also very cool. I'm not going to go back there again, though, because that's a lot more planets and stars, and I want to mix it up a little bit in terms of the mods that I explore. So let's take a look at what else I can do. So looking at my mods list, that was the real solar system, which had our solar system and a couple of others. And I explored all the planets in our solar system and stopped by Halley's Comet, so that was kind of cool. This is just a way to experiment with different kinds of shaders, forcing Outer Wilds into different shader styles. Not going to worry about that. Scout streaming, I'll show that in a moment. It basically turns your Scout into a video streamer instead of still pictures, which is kind of a cool adaptation. The free cam is what it says it is. Ghost translations will be fun. This will definitely involve going to a place that is full of spoilers, but this is something that you could not do, and I will talk about that, like in the game, you couldn't do it, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Power failure is an interesting one during the course of, and I can't even avoid spoilers in the start of this, the power failure when, again, spoilers, go away. When the dam breaks in the DLC for this, the loss of power with this power failure shuts down various systems on board the station. So it'd be very interesting to see what that affects. If I can see that, that's kind of cool. I couldn't get the voice acting mod to work. Somebody has been trying to add voices to the game. Totally not necessary. It's not a voiced game, but it's an interesting experiment to see if that would actually improve things if they got good voice actors. Mostly it's a technical exercise, as I understand at this point, seeing if it's possible. I could not get it to work, but I may be overloading the game with a bunch of mods, and it may not like that. Outer Wilds Galaxy is a way to add a hyperdrive to the game so you can visit other very, very distant star systems. I think that's the hyperdrive thing. Or it's just another bunch of extra planets. I'm not entirely sure. We may explore that, we may not. Suit log I've already demonstrated. Gives you access to your log while you're in your spacesuit, not just back on board a spaceship, which is kind of an interesting thing. And I have not done the black hole portal gun yet. So among these things, the one thing I'm interested in trying out, maybe during the second half of this, is the Archaeologist Achievement Helper. I have not been able to get the full exploration of this game because apparently there's a few things I've missed, even though it's not marked as things I need to discover in areas in the game. Apparently there are a few things that are super, super secret, and this will help me find them because I have played this game several times through. I have explored it to the nth degree because I love this game so much. I just like being in the space, but I'm missing a few things. Don't know what they are. Gonna go find them if I can. So let's go take a look at that. Let's go just start right on in and do the thing. Again, highly recommend this game to find all of the wonderful lore, all the wonderful characters. Everything is just a treasure. Alright. Alright, here we go. Launching my ship. Where am I gonna go? That's the trick. Where do I actually feel like going? I think the achievements thing highlighted a thing that I was missing near Rybeck. And Rybeck is on Brittle Hollow, so let's go check that out. Now, we are going to do the crazy thing of just taking my ship over there. Which means reefing my way through here. Oh, and avoiding the stalactites, because that's a thing. And he is in fact right there, but I'm going to have to probably land on the bridge. Yeah, that's fine. I can just land in here. Alright. You tell I played this game just a little too much. Flashlight on. Using the gravity crystals. And then not using the gravity crystals. So what is it about you that I failed to discover? Is it just one of his the questions I can ask him? Wow. Bridge fell early in this loop. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's okay, I'm not gonna read all of these, but I'll try to spot something that's of interest. I'm in a hurry. Can I ask you something? I learned something. Oh, cool. Okay. Let's walk through these really quickly. Again, I'm not going to read all of this because I would have done so in the main game. But I will stop to... I will stop to note anything that I have not captured in previous... tests, previous conversations. I learned something. Oh, cool. We're talking about the Nomai. The thing is, the one thing I wish they'd done is Rybeck is so interested in the lore. That I think he would have had a lot of fun learning about the Alks. Okay, so yeah, I think I've gone through his entire conversation tree at this point. Oh, ship log updated. Okay, apparently there was a thing that I had not triggered in this playthrough that was also not identified as a thing. Okay, so let's use the... Okay, let's try to use the journal. I think it's X, there we go. Brittle Hollow. So this suit log is not normal in the game. But it does enable us to go and check out things. Okay. So Rebecca set up camp at the bottom of the crossroads. Her excitement being surrounded by so much nomad history is matched only by their terror of the black hole. Scroll text is 2 and 3. All right. Rebecca is Timberheart's only archaeologist. They overcame their fear of space to explore Bitter Hollow's treasure trove of my culture. And I think that has, in effect, cleared up one of the things that I did not clear up for Rybeck. But it didn't, the log did not identify that there was more that I had to, quote, explore or learn here. So tricky. If you didn't explore every facet of his conversation, you might have accidentally skipped that one. Or at least in this playthrough, like I did. I'm wondering if the other things that I'm missing in my playthrough are of a similar ilk. Alright. Back up the gravity path to our ship. So... okay. Alright. Now where's the nearest gaping hole in the surface? And we're just going to rocket our way out of here. And I think Chert was another example of a thing where it had more to explore. So let's go to Ember Twin. Trying desperately not to get hosed by the autopilot. Nope, I'm gonna get hosed by the autopilot. So I couldn't disengage it for some reason. Fantastic. Dun dun dun. Alright. Get into the ship, grab the suit. Oh, no, let's, for the moment, let's actually check the logs. Alright. Of the places that I need to be able to check out. Feldspar's camp, so probably something I haven't chatted about with him. Wow, is it really true that the thing that I accidentally did not, there's more to explore in the village. Wow. Little subtle things. And the Know My Moon. Alright, well, we're doing a big look around. Let's go to Feldspar's camp, shall we? Okay, so mark the entry. I'll do Feldspar first, and then I'll go and do Chert later. Just for once, I'm going to get every last thing in this game. Every last archaeological thing in this game. I'm not going to go for all the achievements. There's some fun ones, but that's not really my thing, the achievements, unless it... I don't know. Unless it personally interests me, I guess. But I've been so thorough about in-game lore stuff that it really bugs me that I don't have these marked, because I went everywhere. So just to make it super interesting, I use this as an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone and try to use the black hole gun as an interesting mechanic here. All right. you're fine. So let's see if we can test this out. I think it's B and G, so... Nope. Okay, so let's check out... I'm going to pull open the mods. I'm going to check out Black Hole Portal Gun. It's enabled, but that's not what I need to know. So I need to go over into my mod manager, which you can't see, but it'll only take me a moment. And I'm going to look up what it actually takes to do the Black Hole Portal Gun, and I'm going to read the README, which pulls up a Chrome window, and Chrome is like booting super slowly lately, and I don't know why. I've changed some resolution settings on my machine, but nothing else. Super odd. Yeah, and it's still trying to load my load Chrome. If I leave it long enough, it will eventually come up, but I just don't know why it's being so slow. Super odd. There it finally came up. Interesting to Google. Why is Chrome launching so slowly? Chrome extensions can be a culprit. Yeah, okay, so there's a bunch of suggestions, and I can go and hunt that down on my own volition. I'm hoping it's not something that's gotten hooked in there that shouldn't be hooked in there. But I will track that down on my own time. Shooting a pair of white holes and black holes with B and G once both holes have fired. Oh, okay. Okay. Should do what it says in the tin. So let's see if we can make that work somehow. Scout launcher? Okay, probably have to have that out, right? Nope. There, by the way, is the streaming video for the Scout, which you couldn't do before, so that's kind of cool. But I don't seem to be able to get the black hole launcher to work. It's a bit of a shame. Open suit log, equip signal scope. Do I have to have the signal scope open? Nope. Alright, that's a real pity. I'll have to see if I can engage that when it's like one of the only mods running. But at the moment, I'm not actually capable of doing that. No, that's a pity. I thought I was going to be able to. That would have been fun. I was going to use that to go visit Feldspar and then pop back here, but I don't seem to be able to do that. Boo. I am the sad. I am booking it. I'm booking it with a little bit of a growl off in the distance. Whoa, that's a thing. Man, I have not been eaten by an anglerfish in I don't know how long. The sigh. Alright, gonna do this faster this time. Although maybe not faster when I'm in that space, but... Whoa! That was a little closer than I would have liked. How fast can I actually head into Dark Bramble and actually nail the opening, you figure? Oh my goodness, that's that was a little freaky, if I'm honest. Okay, now I gotta book it because I've just woken him up. Yeah, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. Whoa, no, we're going right around the corner here. Okay then. That's apparently a thing. Or apparently, I don't know how to outrace the anglerfish. And I'm being silly because I'm just doing bits of the game that I should have done a long time ago. What I didn't get to do is sort of a stunt. I ended up entering Dark Bramble at about 800 meters per second, which is, you know, it's no slouch. Of course, that just means I have to do it faster this time. Using the sun as a way to help me correct my trajectory. Can I do it? Can I do it? Threading the needle. No. The answer to that would be no. I have, in fact, blown my ship apart. I mean, what can you say? I'm not making as much noise now, though. Best entry ever. Feldspar would have been proud. Or at least had a good laugh at my expense. Fortunately, I'm now also under the gun because I have limited oxygen, but... Plus, I'm kind of badly hurt, if I'm honest. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Alright, let's get in there. Let's get in there and down so I can get some oxygen. Let's go get some fuel while we're here. Come on, can I get over, please? Thank you. Fuel while we're here. And also, we're totally going to roast a marshmallow. Do you know why? I didn't know this when I originally played the game. I didn't know this for quite a while afterward. But... aside from being the best mechanic in a game of all time, because roasting marshmallows around a campfire with your friends, if you eat a properly done marshmallow, you heal yourself How do you like that? I think that's the best thing ever. I really do. All right. So we got to talk to Feldspar because there's probably a text item that I missed. So let me guess. Anglerfish. Yes. Okay. Pretty sure I've done all of these in at least one playthrough. This is not about walking through this. I'll do that on my... Oh, ship log is updated. Is that enough? And I can't check my ship's log anymore because my ship's dead. So Dark Bramble. Feldspar's camp. There's more to explore here still. Feldspar doesn't think my scout tracker is wrong what it says about my scouts in two places at once. I have a theory that the space doesn't work the same inside Dark Bramble. I have gotten this before on a playthrough, just clearly not this one where I recorded all of my entries and results. Okay. Alright, let's, where should I explore here? Oops. Reach core Giant's Deep. Where's your ship? What happened to the anglerfish? Shouldn't I tell ground control to come get you? That's the other one. Okay, so I, again, have done that before, but probably not in this playthrough. God, that's warped. And the only reason I'm being told about this now, like the fact that it's identifying you have not gotten a thing, which is tied to this conversation, and it's not in the base game. It tells you where to go to look for things you haven't done yet for most things. A few things it's hidden, but that archaeological mod is helping me get the last few stragglers. So... And actually, honestly, if I'd known even that I needed to talk to more people to get that knowledge, I would have talked to everybody a long time ago. So I don't feel bad about using a mod to help me out on that. And now I'm going to open up the brain is not functioning. Here we go, Dark Bramble. So Feldspar doesn't sound overly eager to return to civilization. They've been enjoying the relative peace and quiet. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, that's fine. Oh, hello! That's the white hole, black hole, thing. There's the white hole. That's the trippiest thing ever. I wonder what happens if, because I've just tried to place the black hole. Okay, so black hole has to go here because that's the one I enter. What? I didn't think I'd be able to test this. I wonder why it didn't let me do that outside. I'm gonna put the white hole actually inside there, and let's find out where it takes me. Somewhere just on the other side of Feldspar's thing. So the black hole thing doesn't translate through the seed portals, and that's fine because that's a little bit unreasonable. I know there's something crashy I want to try eventually when I'm ready to bail out of here, and that's to place a white hole and a black hole in the same spot, but I have a nagging suspicion if I drop into one, I'm going to fall out of the other quite badly. Can I actually... I can't enter into this, can I? Is it going to push me away? Let's see if it actually pushes me away. Let's put one in the gravity area, though, where I can walk. Because the white hole you normally encounter... No, it doesn't actually stop you. Has that? Oh, they've done such a good job at the distortion effect. They really have. That was so trippy to encounter in the base game. For them to get something that even vaguely approximates the distortion you'd see around a real black hole. It's a nice touch. Super nice touch. Alright. Now what do I want to do? How cool would it be to be able to... Problem is I can only do it in one direction. It's not like a bi-directional portal like in Portal. Which means that if I go through it one way, I can't then go and go back the other way. And in fact, that's a little bit different from the black holes and white holes. A little bit, subtly different than the same thing. Ow! Let's not go anywhere near that. In the base game. So we're only going to have a limited amount of fuel, but let's see what we can do with just our spacesuit, since that's all we have. Stunt time! Sort of. Flying through the vines. Alright. Don't really need to visit the denizen of the deep, so we're gonna basically punt ourselves to the outside here. It's gonna hurt. Nope, nope. I skimmed the edge. That's fine. And actually that'll enable me to get a little bit of speed. Where am I going? I need to get my bearings. I'm kind of going into a highly elliptical orbit here. The next spot that I want to go to that's on my list actually doesn't really matter. Let's land on the ice here while I take a look around here. Is there something on Timber Hearth I had to go see? Yes, in the village there was a more to explore here. It's a conversation I did not have in the village. Okay, that's fine. So let's try that then. Let's see if we can get to Timber Hearth with just my spacesuit. Probably not going to work. Might be able to use the portal gun to help, though. If I... Actually, I wonder if... Because the distance on that was quite long. It's only 10 kilometers, but... Alright, let's get a sense on where the relative positions of the planets are. So it's going to take a while for Timber Hearth to come all the way back around. Kind of like to do it without having to rely on the portal gun if I can help it, because it's much more fun to do this with just your own wits in a spacesuit. But I don't have a lot of delta V left in the suit, ability to change my velocity, so... How do I want to do this? Okay, we are going to head roughly towards... And actually, that's not the way we want to thrust. We actually want to... So there's the plane of the solar system, if you like. Hang on, I got to get off the surface so I've got free... There we go. All right. So I'm in open space now. I'm not gravitationally... I might be gravitationally bound. Okay. I'm definitely not going to have enough fuel for this. Okay. So that's Timber Hearth that's going to be going behind the sun. What I want to do is I actually want to thrust the other direction and effectively drop myself. I'm actually still heading away from the sun. I have to cancel out some of my orbital speed in order to be able to drop into the sun. Nope, still heading away. Because I'm not using my forward thruster. I'm doing that wrong. I need infinite fuel. And I don't have enough oxygen either. Yeah. All right. Look at that. Almost no change in my velocity at all. I'm approaching at a steady 40 meters per second. But if I'm actually sort of falling into an elliptical orbit, that value should actually be increasing. Should not be that steady state. Although I am quite a ways away from the sun. None of what I'm babbling about is going to make a lot of sense unless you've either studied orbital mechanics or just spent way too long playing Kerbal Space Program. Which incidentally is a great way to learn about orbital mechanics. There it is. Without me applying any thrust at all, I'm speeding up, and the reason I'm speeding up is because I'm getting closer to the sun, which is applying more gravity and so on and so forth. Except, where am I? Boy, howdy, is that ever tempting to think that I could actually land there. I think I'm going to cross Timber Hearth's orbit before I get there, but maybe just on luck. Oh, except I'm way below the plane of the solar system. All right, well, okay, so that's a failure in that sense. So let me try using the portal gun anyway. So I'm going to need to send the black hole that way. And the white hole... No, I'm going to have to send the white hole that way. I have to send the black hole onto a surface that I can't touch because I'm in space, and I can't place one in space. Great. Bye, Timber Hearth. I'm actually passing beneath the plane of the solar system. It's pretty, though, isn't it? But I'm going to go out on my own terms. So meditate until the next loop. All right. Alright, we're actually already here. So let's see, we'll have to go through pretty much all of the conversational trees. Information about the autopilot, ghost matter, issues about the sun. Alright, here we go. Talk to Micah. Practice. Slate beefing things up. I'm assuming the thing I'm missing is a conversational. Oh, that's a bit loud. Things that burn. Alright, nothing there. Launch day with Hal. Flammability of the launch pad. But I can't talk to him and get the other conversational entries, so. Traveler's Instruments. Observatory. Alright. Tephra. Rules. It's really unlikely to be this, but I might have skipped it in my playthrough because it's technically a tutorial thing to learn. Really well done. Talk to you in a minute. Ow. Also really loud. Didn't think that was going to lead anywhere, but I had to ask anyway. It's probably the individual who's at the observation area, perhaps. Although there are... Spinel, maybe? Guy's deep. Current can't pass through. Hornfells, that's fine. Nothing there. The problem is that it's saying that there's a thing in Timber Hearth that I need to get to. It's pretty wide-ranging. Was it more specific than that? Let's actually check the journal again. God, I'm not wearing my suit. Did I talk to you about everything I could about the signal scopes? I haven't been on this tree for a while. Any good sounds from space lately? Alright. Ghost Matter's super cool. Can't get the other bits and pieces out of that knowledge. Oh, hey, check that out. These are also in full video as well. It's nice that the mod extends to that as well. All right. All right. Repair the satellite. I know there's a character down here we can talk to. If it's not this, then it must be in some obscure section outside of this, and there aren't very many people outside of this. It could be a location with a piece of lore that I haven't seen, but it's super unlikely. You never know, though. I thought I had everything, and hey, look, more fool me. How about you? Give me the dirt. Firewatch, safety first. This is about Tektite and the Firewatch. Nope, I keep asking the same thing. Gotta stop that. Alright. Probably not him, and I don't think... Repair the node. It's probably not relevant, but might as well go through the motions. Alright, repair. Yeah, that didn't trigger a log entry. So what do you think it is? Come on, up you go. Ooh, point of order. Is this a proper spacesuit? Can I use my journal while I'm in this suit? No, but I can launch the black hole portal, apparently. Which, alright. Alright, well. Don't think I missed any specific person to talk to. So now it's a matter of going to the observatory to see if I can trigger any of this that I might have missed. Okay. New alien language. Oh, look at that. I can't actually talk to him about anything else. I found feldspar. Okay, that's fine. Other travelers. Tell me more about feldspar. No thanks, I'm good. Did not unlock anything. Okay. I really do have to go back to my ship because I think that's the last thing that I can sensibly investigate here. Frequency. Might not have actually picked that one up. But it also didn't trigger a log entry, so that doesn't tell me anything. Let's go back to my ship. Let's check the log out much more specifically. We can also visit Tektite to see if he has anything to say. He's over by the crater, and I think he's the last person, the only other person besides... I thought the kid was down here. Maybe not. Super curious. You got anything else to say, buddy? I keep getting killed by ghost matter. Autopilot flew me into the sun. Alright, enough of that. Alright, let's go and at least get my suit on and see if I can figure out what it is I'm missing. While we're here, let's just use the real log entry. So... oh, I successfully repaired a satellite for Gossin. Is that what I needed to do at the village? It is! I did not notice that it said there was a new log entry. Okay, never mind. I guess I had not done that on my subsequent playthroughs because it's a tutorial thing. That's fine. That is actually not completely insensible because I would have bypassed that. But if I wanted completion on a single run, I would still... Alright, that's missing log entry. We need to go to Chert now in order to get something probably from his conversations. So mark that on the HUD and let's get going. You might be able to see me actually get a completed, completed thing to discover achievement, whatever the heck it is, the archaeologist achievement, while on this stream. Granted, there's not a whole lot of lore exposure here, but there's at least some. Spoiler-wise, I mean. So much fun discovering all this for the first time. Hey, Chert! Whoa! And a little bit impacty, but not deadly, as it turns out. Let's just park it right here. Okay, I'm getting cocky. It's one of these things where slower is faster. Alright, there we go. Because that's what trees are for, right? Alright, let's get some... We're not hurt, so we don't need marshmallows. Oh, there it is. Let's grab that. Let's talk to Chert. So I have a question for you. I found something... Know my writing? How fascinating. Yep. See, The funny thing is, I've seen so many playthroughs of this game that I've lost track of the things that I have done in this playthrough and the things that I've watched other people get done in their playthroughs. How dangerous is a big column of falling sand? Oh. A question for you. I found something. Sun station. Nomad translation. The universe is dying. Oh, now I've ticked them off. Alright, so let's did that help at all? It did not seem to. Nope. Shirt's Camp says there's more to explore here. I may have to come back and see if I missed the conversational element on the next loop, because I now can't talk to Shirt, which isn't fantastic. Okay, nice and toasty brown. Can we doze off for a second? Yeah, I can't talk to him. But I don't know what else there is about Shirt's Camp that could be of relevance except for his conversation, so... I don't think I have to, quote, discover Shirt's ship, do I? I don't think so. Could be a signal thing? Nope, I've got Shirt's signal. Okay. Let's meditate to the next loop and let's come back here. See if we can figure out what we're missing. I am so close. So super close. All right. So, words to the wise, don't freak out Shirt by talking about the impending doom of everything. He's a little sensitive about it. Not that I can say that I blame him. Look at that, textbook landing. Not sure what else I can talk to him about. How dangerous is a column of falling sand? Where should I explore here? What are you doing out here? Just saying hi. Let's go to what are you up to? But that hasn't eliminated the. And now I can't bring up my journal for some reason. That's irritating. I don't know what I did to cause that. Oh. Is that a way for me to take off my... Yes, it is. I did not know there was a way for me to take off my helmet. That's got to be something in one of the mods. You're not supposed to be able to take off your helmet when you're just out there. That's why I couldn't bring up my my HUD. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can look this up. Outer Wilds. Archaeologist guide. Updated archaeologist checklist guide. All right, let's see if this helps me. Couple of dialogue options from Chert's camp, and maybe we're talking to him a couple of times through a loop. An audio log from the vessel that is found by... Okay, so I found all of that. So it's one of the dialogue options is likely to be the thing that I goofed. Super curious. Gotta go talk to Chert again. Without reefing off my helmet and choking death like an idiot. Alright, here we are, Chert. Spotting supernova. I've done all of these. So the only thing... I don't want to ask that one because that's a problem. Know my writing about the quantum moon. Know my writing about a hidden planet. Alright. So the only thing I can think of is that we have to be really close to the end of things in order to be able to ask some questions that only show up then. So I gotta wait about, say, 20 minutes here. Maybe 19 minutes. This is a bit of a long wait, but it's about the only thing I can do. Again, I've almost certainly seen all of the dialogue involving this in either my playthrough or other people's playthrough, maybe one of my playthroughs. So it's not clear to me which one I'm missing. And I probably won't know until it just happens. But it is nice to have a nap, you know what I mean? Let's just stop it here because I'm getting nervous. Oh, and that's an angry sun. Stars are all dying. I've been too many supernovae for it to be anything else. We're next. We're next. Okay. What do you mean we're next? It's the stars you see. All the other stars are dying out. Well, why do we have to be born at the end of the universe? And our sun hit star charts. Why? Why did I want to update them so badly? I didn't have to know, but no. Oh no, I had to update star charts. I had to go looking for things I shouldn't have, and our sun was about to. Oh. I don't feel well. I'd like to be alone, please. That's the one I was missing. And I knew of that entry. But I just never collected it in this playthrough. Okay. Right. That's Chert's camp taken care of. No, it is not. There's more to explore here. Darn you. So what do we have here? Going through the list. Chert has their astronomy gear set up on the north. Okay, that one I got. Churches is spotted and usually a high number of supernovae. I've got that one. All the stars in the universe are dying, including our sun. Got that one. Okay. Is there anything I can talk to him about at all while he's in this state? Oh, hello. If it helps, we're out of time, so no. Sure, why not? We only get so much time and so much I want to do. How lucky to have been born at the end of the universe. Okay, got one. What did that get me? It did not get all of his responses. There's one more response. He's become catatonic in response to her son's imminent death. And so there's only one response that I have to get from him, and I'm not entirely sure how to get it. And it's a comment about how he knows the stars are dying. So close. Onward. We have to figure out how to get that last comment from Chert. And again, it's either going to be at the beginning of the loop or the other option at the end of the loop. Boy, that's really evil, though, to tie it to... I mean, tying it to a specific thing you can accidentally... thing you may be able to accidentally stumble into when talking to Chert is one thing, but that's a lot of conversational paths to get him to admit to what's going on. And to tie that into the, I got all the lore achievement. This seems a little petty. I don't know what my threshold is for it seeming petty, because, I mean, it is an achievement after all. They're almost always petty. Okay, I have a question. How do I know if I spot a supernova? I wonder if stars are older than we realized. Okay. So the star is simply dying from old age. Okay. Update on the star charts. Just saying hi. So if no, that's not what I wanted to do. I want the signal scope, please. Put that away. Bring out the signal scope. That is not what I'm after. I'm actually after... I'm going to sleep here for... I'm going to doze off. I'm going to sleep here for, say, 4 minutes. And I'm going to scan the skies and talk to him again. Because I think this last piece of information is when I'm getting further into the loop, but not all the way to the end. So I'm going to have to, I think, inch forward to see if I can coax another response out of him. This is why this seems a little petty, because you could only get all of these if you visited him many times. I mean, if this is... Oh, yeah. So there's a thing. Alright, so let's talk to him now. What are you doing out here? Documenting stars, update them. Found something, never mind. Okay. Let's go to doze off for another 4 minutes. Alright, let's, nope. I want signal scope. Let's see, one. Can we see any others? Talk to me. Ah, here we go. Have you noticed anything about the stars lately? Something seems how to put this off. I've seen, what, 10 supernova already? 12? They're in the double digits now, and that's not, you know, not normal. Not normal at all. Here we go. Why are so many stars going supernovae? I have no idea. Massive stars go supernova when they reach the end of their lifespan, so it's possible that the stars are older than we realized. Or maybe our models are wrong and they don't live as long as we expected. There we go. Honestly, I'm not afraid of either option. If our charts are wrong, what else is wrong? And our sun... No, I shouldn't jump to conclusions. I'm probably overlooking something. That's it. I just need to collect more data. Oh, and I've accidentally triggered a thing. Hey, now check that out, though. It did not say your ship's log is updated, but that was clearly the text I was looking for. So that's being petty plus a possible bug. Actually, I kind of want rumor mode. And how did I... Okay, I am not entirely sure what that's about. I don't seem to be able to get into the mode I'm used to. That's alright. I've got my... No! Put the helmet back on, you ninny. Alright. No, not timber. Keep hitting the arrow back instead of the thing that actually walks through the... Alright, so Ember Twin. Church Camp. Really? Ember Twin, Church Camp. Scroll text. So, of the things, I gotta go back through the chert list. All the stars in the universe are dying, including our sun. The stars are simply dying of old age. They're apparently much older than we realized. Chert has become catatonic. There are known difficulties. All the stars in the universe are dying, including our own sun. The stars are simply dying from old age. Okay, so maybe I have to get another one that is just a hair closer to the problem. I haven't quite sussed this out yet. Okay. I haven't quite gotten the specific conversational entry. Only gonna go 2 minutes into this one though. So I don't want to cross over the boundary, and I haven't been keeping a specific stopwatch. Okay. You're back. Why are so many stars going supernova? Okay. I'm gonna go only 1 minute. Nope. Boy, this is frustrating. One specific bit of dialogue that I'm looking at, or one specific conversational path I'm looking at. We're all dying, too many supernova, we understand, we're next. Why are the stars dying? What do you mean we're next? Maybe it's one of these two options? Stars you see, they're all dying out. Why do we have to be more in the universe? The star charts, why I have to update them. Why are the stars dying? I don't know, they're old. Far older than we realized, and now all of them are dying. What does it matter? It doesn't matter at all. Nothing matters anymore. All my research wasted. Wasted, you understand? There we go. There we go. Really specific dialogue entries. Boy, that was annoying. Alright. Did that do it? That did it. Alright. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to wait until the next loop anyway to do the last one. But I think there's only one left, because it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the quantum moon at this point, I think. Not entirely sure what it could be. But maybe I didn't ask Solanum all the questions that I theoretically could. So let's meditate into the next loop, so we know how to get to the quantum moon. And we'll go through the process of asking every combination of things to just mark that off, because there's not that much on the quantum moon. I mean, don't get me wrong, tons of lore, so, I mean, you shouldn't be watching this video anyway if I'm giving out spoilers. But as a destination, there's a key, very important thing. There's several important things to learn there. Actually, it might not be at Solanum either, so maybe my statement is wrong. It could be actually in one of the other places. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to find out. But we're going to look this up. Quantum moon. Let's go and take a look. We might be on the cusp of once and for all be getting that one achievement that has been bugging me. Very few of the others have bugged me. This bugs me. Okay. Here's the downside. Now we just have to find the damn thing. Oh, that's less easy than it sounds. Unless it's right there. This may not work with the video feed. Nope. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a big problem. Okay. Alright. So here's the question. How do we do this without having to disable that mod? We probably don't, is the answer. The real answer is we probably don't. Unless we're super clever and a video feed from super far away No, no, it's going to be too hard. Even if it is possible, it's going to be way too hard. So let's see if we can... I don't know if we can disable this on the fly. This will be fun to try, though. So as fun as that is, that does nerf one aspect of the game. So... Scout streaming. Okay, that has done what it says on the tin. Let's see if we can... wasted a lot of time fiddling with that, but... Now we just have to find the blighter. Nope. That has failed spectacularly because I have to reboot in order to... Yeah. Alright, so we're going to quit out of the game. That's fine. Quit to the main menu. Quickly resume the expedition and hope this just works. Oh, how about if I hit E to wake up instead of waiting for it to just start? Alright, so let's just quickly make sure that that mod has been disabled. It might not have, which kind of makes that menu a little bit annoying, but it doesn't actually disable it. But... Nope, nope, okay. So, I have to completely quit out of the game. And relaunch it. It's a mod. What are you going to do? So let's hang on a second. We're going to go and actually get rid of it right out of the list of loadables in the first place. That would be... Free camera, solar system, streaming. I'm looking for streaming. I think, yes, it has been appropriately disabled. Let's redo the launch. It's gonna take just a moment for me to get right back into it. There we go. Now we just gotta find the thing again. Alright, launching static image. We're good. But now we gotta find that pesky, irritating moon. again. There we go. Come on, let me down. Good enough. Alright. So... what I want to do... amusingly enough, what I want to do is I want to actually put an output back here so that when I'm in a different location, I can try to see if I can break the game's quantum nature by using this mod that enables me to teleport to places I'm not supposed to get to. But let's check the journal to go to. I want to check out the quantum moon. The 6th location, and among the things that it talks about here. So let's check the master list. I was able to land on the surface of the quantum moon. Hang on. Okay, so the one that it's specifically at is 6th location. I met a living nomad named Solomon at the South Pole. The quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon. Got that one. At this location, the quantum moon becomes a reflection of the eye itself. The eye is likely the source of all macroscopic quantum phenomenon, and Solomon wonders what would happen if a conscious observer went into the eye. And the one that I'm missing is one that I know I've talked about with Solomon at one point. Just apparently not in this playthrough. That's fine. That one I'm less petty about because I would have encountered... like, I'm less annoyed about it being petty because I would have encountered that in a full and thorough chat to Solomon during my visit with her. So this is just an accident of me having played through it like a goofy number of times. Alright. Turn the lights off. Sure, let's see if that gets me anywhere. That's as close as I'm getting. Go, go, go. We are gonna complete this once and for all. I probably have to go to Timber Hearth first. Actually, does this enable me to get anywhere? Actually, yes. Doesn't always have to be Timber Hearth. Ain't that interesting? And that's good. Good game design. 100% in favor. Let's go claim our sweet, sweet trophy, the only one that I really care about. There we go. Solemn. So wonderful to see you. Should be able to trigger this pretty quickly. We're going to do that. Explain you. I'm on my first pilgrimage to Quantum Moon. All know my clan making sure anyone to come of age. Even though the eye cannot be reached from here, the Quantum Moon remains special to us, and it carries us nearer to the eye than any other place we know. A journey here to be close to the eye. While the moon is obscured from our sight, we can see the Quantum Moon's reflection. Alright, this is not the one. What I need is you and probably Quantum Moon. Alright, let's try that. Like so many I climbed before me, I journey here to see the Quantum Moon's reflection of the eye. This is the closest any of us have come to seeing the eye itself. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely a lie. Perhaps my journey has reached its end. The ship's log has been updated. And I finally got the achievement Archaeologist. I don't know if that showed up. It probably didn't show up in the stream because it's, I guess, a Steam overlay, and I'd have to capture the whole window. But I have finally got that pesky achievement. So what I'm going to do... I don't seem to be able to get out of the moon anywhere but possibly at the eye. No. I did not realize that. Interesting. I wonder if I've just never ever done that. Man, that's just so sad. Alright, so now what we want to do is we clearly want to get on board Solemn's shuttle because mine's probably toast. And do this. And not do that. To do this instead. Really? Can I not remember what the recall one is? Had to be the third one, right? There's nothing specific I wanted to do on this planet. So the next question is, what else did I want to do? Oh yeah, I was gonna put the black hole down. Nope, the white hole went away. All right, that's fine. Oh, and I've apparently launched myself. And based on the trajectory I'm going, I probably launched myself out of the solar system, so that's grand. Can I trigger the landing? No, I'm too far away now. Okay, let's try... Alright. Can I set the white hole to be somewhere interesting? that is not in a black hole. Except now I have to get the black hole somewhere I can actually stand. Nope. Nope. That was a failure. Doesn't matter. Does not matter because, and I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work. That's trippy. Ha 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 ha. I did not think that would work, but I'm okay with that. I'm remarkably okay with that. Okay, so what things could I do? Having got that achievement, I think I'm going to save the stuff on board the station for another time. The language stuff, because kind of feeling like what I want to do is do a stunt to wrap this up. It's going to be a stunt I've already done just for giggles, but I'm going to do a stunt to wrap this up just to give you something else to look forward to here. And then I'm going to have a big glass of water, munch on some cheese, and do another game. Probably. Alright. See if we can do this in one go. Might be able to. Can we get here? Oh my god, that was just a little close. I don't have a whole lot of fuel, so this is going to be interesting to see if I can do this, but here goes. Nope, 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 nope. Missed. And I don't have enough fuel to give it another go. Ah, it's awful close. So the best I can do here, if I have enough time, is to go visit Ryback at his camp. And I might be able to give us another go before the cycle ends. So, oxygen, fuel, roast a marshmallow, because I hurt myself pretty badly there. Yeah, there we go. All healed, mostly healed, something like that. Okay, now I have to be able to get back to where I was, and to do that, I have to take this path back. I have a little trouble doing this if I don't turn these things off first, but let's give it a go. Nope, nope, too close to the black hole. All right. Sometimes I get it on the first go, and sometimes it just takes an unreasonable amount of fiddling. But now I'm determined, because I said I was going to do it, so now I have to do it. I have done this before. I did this actually, somewhat ironically, first time, at least first time on stream, without any of this tomfoolery that I'm having to do now. Another stream that is archived. So So go see that if you want to see me do this quicker than I'm likely to do at this pass. Alright. Go, go, go. Okay. Lots of sneaky stuff going on here. Can you tell I played this game just a little too much? Go on, I dare ya. Alright, let's I actually want to get there, but I don't think I can do that in one go. But I can get there. Oh, and unfortunately my launch platform is gone. Okay, meditate to the next loop. We're doing this. We are totally doing this. You should be able to figure out what I'm trying to do by the mere act of the fact that I almost got there once. This is not normal. You are not supposed to be able to do this. Let me rephrase. This is not necessary to do what I'm doing in order to complete the game in any sense. This is purely a stunt that happens to be doable. Can you tell that despite having played way too much of this game that I still apparently can't fly worth beans? That's not true. I'm just getting cocky is what's happening. Okay, up and over the horizon. Surprisingly dark. Let's have the gamma settings on my monitor set a little bit wonkier than I normally do. In fact, I wonder if there's options. Let's actually see if we can fiddle with this, because I am using a new monitor, new graphics card with new settings, and a whole bunch of other things. So let's maybe turn the gamma up a little bit on this particular game. That might be a little bright. That feels a bit bright. Yeah, let's try that. Alright, down we go. Then hop off at that platform. Jump and rocket jump over to this platform. Here we go again. Whew. Okay, rocket upward until we reach apex. Rocket down and forward until we reach here. Nope, nope. Almost, almost. Part of the problem, I think, that I'm experiencing here part of the problem is I don't appear to be getting enough vertical velocity having come past the black hole. I'm not sure why, so let's try this again. Well, that won't be it. Probably I need more vertical velocity in the initial jump so that I get more time accelerating downwards towards the black hole so that I get closer to the ceiling on the way up. Because I need more vertical speed to pull this off. There are other factors as well, but that's one of the ones that's a bit of a problem. Because I'm noticing that on passing by the black hole that I'm not getting close to the ceiling on the way back up. And I don't think that... I'm pretty sure nobody's fiddled with the physics or the shape and size of anything in this game. So... there we go. Picture perfect launch. Oh, I'm so happy I got that. Yeah, that's a little bit less dark on approach. It should be fairly easy to spot this thing. And then come to a halt, land right on top of the tower, hop out of the ship, find the staircase. There we go. I experimented once with trying to leap off of here to get down to that platform. That's risky. I suppose I could try it. Problem is basically the that. Ow. Alright, well, I'm here anyway. Alright, here we go. Ready? Alright. Jump. Up. Down. Just scrape the head. Pass by the black hole. Get going up. High arc. Then down. Over here. Nope, nope. Can I make it to the other side? Can I make it to the, yeah, this is fine, this is fine. That is totally fine. Alright, alright. So, a few things. On achieving Apex, I've also got to be a little bit further forward. That kind of hurt too, so I may die trying this, but here we go. And down and forward. And then up. There we go, almost to the ceiling, and then down and forward. Nope, nope, and died on impact. Almost doable. That is a tiny, tiny keyhole to fit through. In every sense of the astronomical word keyhole. It's... oh. I'm so lucky I got it first time during my first stream, or that would have been a much more frustrating stream. Now I get to have the frustrating stream on my second attempt to do it. Well, my second attempt to do it on stream, anyway. Go, go, go. Orbit around. Alright. Down we go. Sort of down we go. I'm not going to try leaping from this ledge. It's a little too high up and it's a little too hard to stop because gravity gets quite quick. So we descend here, we past that first ledge, we go on to the second ledge, and then when we do this jump, in principle we can feather the landing and take no damage at all. Here we go. And alley-oop, up, down so that we just barely miss our head, straight ahead. As soon as we come out of that, we start thrusting upwards. Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. No, no, no. I have to come up. I didn't get high enough, and I didn't come forward enough. And so, and those are, I don't have an exact measurement. I haven't tried to measure exactly how hard I have to do that. But, that height is the big problem. And part of it is part of making that successful is being able to get that height on the upward swing, and part of that involves not burning all of your fuel on your way down towards the hole. You have to give yourself a chance, sort of just before you're passing it, to brain not functioning. Just as you're passing it. Ow. That was dumb, because I kind of needed that health. I have to stop by Ryback's camp anyway. To recharge your fuel, so that recharge your booster, so that you can thrust a lot on the way up. Okay, oxygen, fuel. Quickly roast the marshmallow. Eat the marshmallow. Yay. Alright. You. Turn that on. Pop in here. Once more with feeling. Alright, here we go. Jump up. Launch. And keep on going because we have that rock in the way. Yep. Yep. Abort! Abort! Alright, here we go. Attempt number 2. And down. Almost to the ceiling. Down and forward with a slight turn to get ourselves aligned. This could be it. This could be it. Yes! Threaded the needle. Yes! Alright. So why go to all that trouble? Well, the reason to go to all that trouble, it has nothing practical in game terms. The reason to go to all that trouble is under normal circumstances, in the normal course of the game, you are not supposed to be able to get in here until after the issue, okay, look, if you've been through this and you don't know that there's a million spoilers going on, too bad for you. After, this is on the other side of the black hole and you have no gravity, in which case you can actually do this, because it no longer matters. You would not do this in the normal course of play. No developer would make a player do this if they were at all sensible and wanting to make this approachable by a lot of people. So, literally, crazy little stunt to do. It is technically doable. There's probably more than one way to do it. I've only found one. And you can go and read all the stuff in here that you like, just as if you had done this the way the game intended you to do it. Nothing's stopping you. But a couple of things that are kind of cool about this. First of all, is this little trick. Actually, I'll show you that little trick at the tail end. I'm going to come down here. This right here is a scene that you will never see in the course of normal play. You'll almost, unless you do exactly what I did, or short of having a mod or something. This is a view that you simply can't get unless you pull off this stunt. And I know that's trivial, it's just more rocks, in a manner of speaking. But if you can get this scene, you've done something pretty wild. I love it. Anyway, this may take a little bit to execute this last little bit, just because it's fun and goofy. So to get up, by the way, to get up from here, so that it doesn't let you walk up that surface. But if you get on top of this, you back off a little bit, look up, jump, thrust, back off a little bit, and then reattach yourself to the wall. You can get up to the final chamber up here. Again, not supposed to get here while there's still gravity. And then we can do this. Let's get on top of this little wall. We should be able to jump and boost up to here. And the reason we just got oxygen is because there's oxygen in the trees that are at the just beyond the top there. That's where my ship is, and I've parked it badly. I wonder if I can still... Yeah. I may not be able to demonstrate this. I may have to leave this as an exercise to the reader. If you park your ship exactly right... it doesn't have to be exactly anything. If you park your ship so that its attractive field for the thing is basically over the grating, the teleporter beam, then you should be able to just basically stick yourself to the ceiling, like I just did there. Couple of advantages to this. It's hilarious. Unfortunately, you can't launch your scout down, so that's kind of bad. But actually, I wonder if I can, because it'll just end up in the ship. I wonder if I can. There we go. Oh, all right. So we only have 10% stability left on the place. What I want to do, though, so I want to get up here. Come on. Oh. I'm going to run out of fuel before I get back on that ledge. It's a little tricky, it's a very, very thin ledge. Yep. Where's that beam? So I got that on the wall, so I can now monitor the surface integrity while I'm here. And we're going to ride it out. We are going to ride the quantum tower all the way down to the black hole from here. Because why not? Because then you can say that you've done something truly ridiculous. The very first time I ever did this on stream for anybody, actually, the very first time I ever did this before that, I was thinking maybe there's a way to get up there, maybe there isn't. I'm going to try. I can't jump up here. I can't use my rocket pack. I'm going to try to use orbital mechanics to get somewhere close, just to see if it's even possible. And within the first couple of tries, I stumbled upon enough success, close enough, that I started my search in earnest, because it went from a ridiculous pie in the sky thing to, if I could just get the right launching point and the right trajectory, I could punch upward through the gaps in order to get up here. Can't do it with your ship, as far as I know, anyway, because you can't get your ship in here. So I started a search in earnest. When I found a spot that reasonably worked, I was at it for hours, trying to tease out the parameters. And now you can see I can do it. I'm not going to say at will, but I know the thing that'll maximize my chance of success, and I can do this within at least half a dozen attempts, maybe, unless I'm having a really bad day. Then the first time I did it on stream, the problem is I'm nervous, I'm on stream, I want to show off, and I actually got it the first time, the minute I started the stream, and I was, screaming like a schoolgirl. It was great. Loved it. I was completely aghast. Now I'm just sort of reproducing that, because I feel like it. Yeah. This is one of those situations where I kind of wish I had the movie cam, because it would be fun to stick the streaming movie version of the Scout, either stick it on the side of this building on the outside before doing this, or stick it on a nearby stalactite, so I can either way I can watch something interesting as this falls while I'm literally in here falling. I don't know why that amuses me, but I haven't done that. So there's a stunt that is left as an exercise to the reader, as the saying goes. 5%. I need one more hit. It does take a while. So, what other flying stunts are amusing to do? Well, let me see. One of the achievements that I haven't managed to get yet, which used to be done by pure flying, and I tried and can't, is being able to get to the center of Giant's Deep without the traditional method, basically punching your way through it at high speed. And I guess with exactly the right amount of speed impacting it, the way the physics engine updates, you might be able to punch, you might be able to get to a point on the inside of it where suddenly you've a heartbeat of the physics engine has dropped you inside. I suppose that's 1%. And I think that's the way it was originally meant to be done, or at least the way the achievement was originally meant to be triggered. I've seen someone else do it in a way that's, I think, more plausible, which is to get yourself trapped under an island that is falling back towards Giant's Deep, where the underside you're trapped in is sufficiently below the surface that when it impacts, it descends far enough that pushes you through to the core. I've seen that work once, and that may be something I could do as a stunt next time, because I've never done it, and I've never gotten that achievement. And I don't care about the achievement so much. I guess I kind of do, because I kind of tried to do it by the speed thing, but I actually just wanted to see if it was possible. Now I kind of want to see if that's possible. Getting trapped into the island, because I'm really not interested in doing the speed one again. It was too tedious. It wasn't worth my time. But the island thing might be a fun giggle. Other stunts, obviously landing on the sun station. Not in the traditional gameplay way of getting there, but actually landing on it, getting out, and going into the sun station. Totally doable. Takes a little bit of careful flying. Got to be able to get. You can't just approach it for two reasons. In a simple way, for two reasons. One, if you just try to drop down to it, you don't have enough thrust to resist the sun's gravitational pull directly, so you can't hover there and wait for the sun station to get to you. And even if you could, it's moving so quickly in orbit around the sun that it'll smack into you and turn you into extremely silly putty in a hurry. And so you really do have to approach it as if you're... there it is. Here we go. And falling. There's the top of Brittle Hollow. We're descending towards the black hole. And now here's something that does not happen very often. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes you die when this happens because your body intersects with stuff as it reappears. But this is a thing you do not see very often. I am inside my ship, and you saw the white hole distortion while I was still inside my ship, which is not normal. I believe... Did it actually absorb me into my ship, though? Oh, this isn't as abnormal as I thought. Sometimes you can end up teleported inside of your ship without your ship having brought you on board. This is not one of those situations. Because you usually die when that happens. Is there distortion as I approach here while inside the ship? Yeah, so this wasn't unusual. So I rescind my commentary. This was not terribly unusual. But I did teleport through the wall of the building, so that was kind of cool. And I think part of the reason why that happens is when you pop out of the white hole from being dropped in, I think the game kindly deposits you on one side of the white hole and the debris on the other. I'm moderately sure that's the case. Anyway. One more, right? You want to see the sun station? Let's do the sun station. Meditate until next loop. I just don't want to leave this game. So that will be the last thing I do, though. So if you've already seen that stunt, you don't have to stick around for me to do it, but it's always a lot of fun. And I save the ALK language translation for next time, and I may do some of the stunts on another stunt on Brittle Hollow, another stunt or two on Brittle Hollow, involving the Black Hole Forge. The next time that I come into Outer Wilds. Now, with some luck, this should only take me one shot. This is actually arguably easier to do. That being said, watch me screw this up. Up and over to the right. Tag the sun. Kind of roll to get myself aligned. Alright, so the thing I want to do is I am actually heading away from, I need to get myself going. I'm thrusting upwards because I want to oppose my orbit around the sun so that I'm actually dropping towards the sun and getting faster rather than getting slower or going backwards. I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to impact the sun. But what that's done is... No, I gotta go a little faster. I want to do it fairly gradually, and what that's done is it's put the near side of my elliptical orbit really close to the sun's surface, and the far side of my elliptical orbit is way the heck out in space. Oh, nope. Oh my god, can I do this in one pass? I may be able to do this in one pass. That's really rare. I can do this in one pass. I usually have to go a couple of times around the sun, so I don't have to explain the orbital mechanics. Maybe I'll do this twice, just so that I can demonstrate that. So what I want to do is I want to lock onto this. I didn't actually originally do it with lock-ons, but it's kind of helpful. So what I have to do is I have to, oops, nope, lock on please. Yep, okay, lock onto that, just so I can do the cancel velocity thing. What I need to effectively do, come on, is I need to be able to eject myself out of my ship, but I don't want to suddenly leave the area of the space station. What am I getting flung around by? Pieces of the debris? This is not normal. I think I've caught my ship intersecting with part of the station. This is not normal behavior. This is not a normal approach. I'm going to meditate into the next loop. I might be able to salvage that, but nobody would learn a damn thing. Because that is definitely not normal. I don't mind getting bounced off the station, but being trapped inside of part of the geo is not the point of the exercise. Alright. That was extremely lucky that I happened to arrive at the station at approximately the speed of the station on that first pass. And that just happens to be, somewhat ironically, because of the exact positioning of everything as I get started. If I launch immediately, it might just happen again. But actually, I'm going to take it a bit slower this time, just to actually avoid that happening. Because, hey, if it works, great, but that's not the average case. Alright, so, rotate to get everything aligned, because everything's in a plane, alright? Alright, so what I want to do, I'm locked on, I'm getting slower or heading away. I want to get outside of the influence of the Addle Rock, because that's not convenient to have the Addle Rock there. I'm still getting slower with respect to the sun, so I'm heading outward and not inward. I mean, actually, that's a lie. I'm still heading inward, but I'm heading inward less quickly. You can see that by the meters per second there. If I let that dwindle to 0, you can see it's slowing down. The increase is slowing down, but it's getting close to 0. And if I actually wait long enough, it'll reverse direction where it should. So now I'm heading back in. Except that it's going so slowly that I probably won't approach the sun very closely. So this is definitely not going to be a convenient orbit. So what I want to do is I want to thrust upwards to oppose my sideways motion of the sun, so that that affects my orbit by dropping me down. I don't want to go straight at the sun. That's not going to solve my problem. I actually have to slow myself down in order to later speed myself up on the other side of the sun. Alright, so now I'm dropping down. And yeah, that looks like I could do another get this on the first pass. Really? I think I'm going to let it pass me by, just so, I mean, if I could do that on my first pass, but let's pretend I accidentally failed to get it on my first pass. Okay, just keep myself rolling so that I effectively keep myself aligned. I'm going to pass really, really close. Oh. And I actually want to slow down again a little bit as I get to the closest point to the sun. Nope. Too close. Way too close. Let's back off. Let's let myself punch myself away from the sun. Studying how your thrust, either against your orbit or with the orbit, affects the orbit. Takes a little bit of practice. I'm heading away, you can see. So that means I'm getting further away from it. Yep, that's fine. But then that falling away from the star is slowing down. Now I'm approaching. Now if I speed up in the direction of my orbit, that's going to raise the other side of my orbit. so that I create a nice sort of higher circular orbit on both sides. So whichever part of the orbit you're applying thrust at, you're going to actually affect the other side of your orbit. And so what I've done is I've circularized my orbit, and you can see that now. If I go here, you can see I'm about, say, in terms of major circular lines, about 4 ticks out. And it's not perfectly circular, but it's semi-stable. And the station is only about 2 ticks out from the sun. Uh-oh. I actually hit the comet. And it destroyed my ship. I hit the comet. It's not as unlikely as you think, because it does come pretty close to the sun, and it is in a plane. Just like everything else. I know you're all thinking I should have just gone for it when I had the chance, right? Well... I want to illustrate that it's not actually a crapshoot, and I'm doing a really poor job about that. Anyway, once you are in any kind of an orbit, which is in the same plane as everything else, like as long as you're, everything lines up along a pi plate edge, which it kind of does by default, if you can see what I mean. Ignoring the quantum moon for a second, you can see that got to get out of the influence of the Addle Rock and the and Timber Hearth in order for it not to be continually trying to reorient me. So I am heading out slightly. So I'm heading out slightly. I'm not going to thrust towards the sun. I'm going to go anti my orbital direction, which is up at the moment. Now I'm accelerating. No, I'm not accelerating fast enough. Slow myself down a little bit more. So what that's doing in terms of my orbit is the other side of my orbit is getting closer to the sun by doing that. All right? And when I get to that other point, I want to then bring this side of my orbit down, so then we're nice and circular. Now, how do I know when I'm at the other side of my orbit? Well, that's when I stop going towards the sun and start coming back away from the sun. And I'm assuming that I haven't dove in too far, which I might just have. Yes, I have. Death. I dropped the other side of my orbit too close to the sun, so it was inside the sun. Wasn't that brilliant? The point at which you know that you've reached the lowest point of your orbit is when you start getting further away from the sun. And the way you know that is because the velocity marker, the velocity indicator that you have there, is not your sideways velocity or your absolute velocity or anything. It's literally whether or not you're how fast you're going towards or away from it. And the point at which you're at the other side of your orbit and starting to come back away from the sun is exactly when your orbit goes from positive, because you're heading towards the sun, to negative, meaning you're heading away. All right, so let's get out and away from the Addle Rock, and let's slow down a bit. Oh, and there's the Addle Rock. So let's just book it on past that, because that's just a pain in the butt. All right, so let's slow down, but as long as that number is decreasing, though, and can get to 0. No. See, now it's getting faster again. That's no good. It needs to be going up. Sorry, faster is good. Going faster is good because you're heading towards the sun. You don't want it to go negative, and head away from the sun again. All right, so let's actually give it a little more speed in the direction, because I don't want to hit the bottom of the sun, and I want to give myself a little leeway. But as long as it is, the meters per second is continuing to increase, I'm heading towards the sun. Now it's decreasing. We want to find out when that crosses 0, because that's when we're heading far enough away again. At that point, we want to slow ourselves down again by thrusting upward right now. Just a little burst. So that the far side of my orbit, which is far away from the sun, is brought down closer to the sun. Now I'm getting further and further away at a speed, but that speed is going to slow down again. When it crosses 0 again, that means that I've reached the high point in my orbit. And I keep nudging one end of the orbit or the other, either towards the sun or closer to the sun, depending on how close I want the orbit to be. Now, I think I need another pass here. So it just crossed my highest point because I'm now heading back towards the sun. The distance is decreasing, the velocity is increasing. Those are the two clues. And the velocity is the easiest one to monitor because it's either crossing 0 or not crossing, or crossing 0 in the positive or negative direction. All right. So what I want to do is I want to, again, slow down a little at the point at which we cross 0. Because that's going to drop the other side of my orbit down a little bit further. Ready? Ready? Tap on it. Don't have to do very much, and you don't have any other orbital indicators. But now, I shouldn't go nearly as far away on the outer side of my orbit. It's a little more than I'd like, but... probably didn't thrust quite enough. That's alright. That's alright. We're learning. I could catch it on the way by here. Nope. No, I'm too far away. And if I try to force myself to get to it, I'll be increasing my speed so much that I might just blast past it. So I'm going to wait for another orbit. Now I'm heading back in. My velocity is positive. I'm heading towards the sun. You can see the distance is decreasing, which also indicates I'm going towards the sun. Let's get ourselves aligned. We're going to be thrusting upwards again to lower the high point of my orbit. Now. A little bit more. All right. Now, I'm never thrusting inward or outward, except as an emergency measure. I'm always thrusting up or down, against or with my orbital velocity. And you can see that I am fluctuating across the 0 boundary for velocity. I'm going inward and outward, but not by very much anymore. So I've achieved a roughly circular orbit. Now let's see where we stand. We are about, what is that, 2.5, maybe 3 major circle marks out, radii out. But the station is only about 1, and so it's going to be going faster than I am. We're both circular orbits, so nothing's going to decay, but it's going to be circling around faster than me, which means eventually it's going to be catching up to me. But because our orbits are similar enough, our speed difference is going to be really, really minor. You can learn about this much more easily in like Kerbal Space Program because it actually draws your orbits for you, so you can adjust it, look at how that affected your orbit, adjust it, look how that affected your orbit, just in literal curved lines. So much easier than trying to know what you have to do but be unable to verify what you have to do. I am heading a little bit further away than I'd like, though. Do I worry about it? Maybe not. I could give myself a little bit of slowing down thrust on my closest approach. Oh, which is right there. I just did a tap. Now if I look on the horizon, it should be catching up to me, right? There it is. And assuming I've done everything directly up or down, like kept myself aligned with the plane, which is what the arrows are for. They tell you whether or not you're sliding sideways. Relative to the thing you're tracking. So look at that, it's slowly catching up to me. This is how you properly get to the space station unless you're super lucky. Properly is a bad word to say. Hey, any way you can get here, more power to you. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock onto this thing again, but I'm not going to get near those tines or near the rubble there. I'm going to tuck myself into this little nook here. Alright? It's rotating really hard with respect to me, which is irritating. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use that match velocity thing to lock myself in place a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to reach over and hit my eject. Oh, nope, tangled up in the rubble. I'm going to hit my eject and slam myself into the station. Nope. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Ready? Go, 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 go. And then get myself out of the seat. If I've done that well enough, it will bounce me away from the station because there's a lot of eject force. I don't want to fly off into space, but it'll bounce me away from the station and give me enough time to get it separated from my ship so that I can then enter the station the hard way. And there we go. Stunt achieved for all of you who are bothering to get through the video this far. I mean, you can get this fantastic view by doing it the normal way, and don't get me wrong, I love this view. But that's how you get to the space station without doing it the normal way. Nobody's. They got an achievement for it, so they wanted people to maybe try as a stunt. But you don't have to do that in order to play this game. That's loud music. And again, spoilers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so 3 minutes and 8 seconds. So I'm going to go out here to where the music is a little less loud. Actually, I can just turn down the volume on the game, can't I? Hang on. Options, audio, master volume. Let's crank that down quite a bit. So you don't have to get the spectacular view. You can play the game normally. I just love that stunt. Because it's one they clearly thought people might want to try. There's even actually a comment that I don't know if it wasn't Solon, was it Pi? Might have been Pi. Commented that they were going to they wanted to keep trying to do this. One of the bits of writing on the wall. I love that. So if you hadn't thought about trying it before, that definitely gives you a hint that maybe it's doable now. Now, one thing we want to watch out for is, I guess I'm going to do one last stunt before this is all over. Boy, that's beautiful and terrifying all at once. The Nomai were seriously badass. One more stunt that I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to leave this space station just as the station falls into the sun, which is actually quite a bit before the end of the loop, which is why I was checking the time. 1 minute and 42 seconds. And of course, I don't have a ship anymore. What I do have is a hell of a lot of momentum. Boy, that's lovely. One minute 12. Always makes me nervous because I don't have a running clock beside me. 38 seconds. I want to leave here when it's about 20 seconds. That's good enough. Come on. So, we're going to step out of here, and we're going to accelerate in the same direction as the sun, or as our orbit. If we're lucky, we get to see it slip beneath the sun's surface. And now we built up a lot of momentum, and again, the way we want to affect our orbit is just as we described it before. We want to go with or against the sideways orbit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to wait until we get to the point where we've stopped going away from the sun and it's starting to approach it again. Because thrust at any other point along the orbit is not as efficient as doing it at either perihelion, the point that's closest to, or aphelion, which is when you're furthest away. And so I've just sort of roughly circularized my orbit, and now we just got to find a place to land if we can. There's all sorts of places to land, but we are probably going to miss... we're probably going to miss Timber Hearth, but we might be able to book it out to Brittle Hollow. No, we're not. No, we're not. We don't have enough sideways thrust. So what we're going to do is we're going to build up our distance by doing the same orbital things. Go sideways for a bit, build up some speed. And when we get to our highest point, we'll circularize. We could probably land on one of the Ash Ember Twin, maybe. Let's check our orbits. Yeah, the problem is if we're at the orbit of Hourglass Twins, but not at the position of Hourglass Twins, we're never going to catch up. It might be a lost cause for us to actually be able to get to one of the other planets by suit. Sometimes I manage to do it by pure luck of good timing, but now, as long as we are on the inside of the orbit, we are technically going faster. I just don't think we're going to be able to catch up. No, we're really not. Really wish they had drawn on the actual orbit that you are on. Wouldn't have been hard for them to do, and it would have made some of these stunts a little easier to swallow. Did manage to stay roughly planar, though, so that's nice. Oh, check this out. Oh, it's tantalizingly close, isn't it? Problem is, if I chase after them, I'm going to be going faster and faster, and the only thing that's going to do is raise the other side of my orbit. I can't catch them sensibly, because my suit just isn't powerful enough. Oh, but I might be able to... I wonder if I could book it out to... Might be able to book it out to Timber Hearth here. Yeah, okay. In order for me to survive this, what I really have to do is I have to graze the surface, and I'm not going to do it. This is going to die. Yeah. No, didn't quite do it. If you can just graze the surface, you can actually skid to a stop. I've done it a couple of times. I didn't do it that time. But that is where I'm finally going to call it. I got my body home to Timber Hearth. How about that? Of course, I also have the loop. So... Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been absolutely fantastic, but I'm getting hungry, for one thing. I should go out and get myself something snacky to tie up my afternoon. Then maybe I'll come back and do something more. But at least for the time being... let's just finish this off by roasting a marshmallow. Thank you so much for joining me. See you in the next stream.